It takes time, real time, to find people who truly understand where you're coming from. People who share not just your interests, but your intentions. Who don't drain your energy trying to prove a point, but expand your vision simply by being in the room. And here's what I've learned the hard way: those people are rare. Not because the world lacks good individuals, but because alignment, true alignment, can only exist between people who've done the inner work. I remember meeting someone like that once. We were both attending a leadership seminar. During one of the breaks, we started talking, not about business or goals, but about why we do what we do. That conversation changed something in me. They asked questions no one had ever asked me before. Not, what are you working on? But, what are you becoming through it? It was a short exchange, maybe 10 minutes. But it left me thinking for weeks. Because for the first time, I wasn't inspired by what someone achieved. I was inspired by how they were evolving while doing it. And that's when it clicked. We keep searching for the right people, mentors, partners, friends. But we rarely stop to ask, are we becoming the kind of person those people would recognize? That's where the real challenge begins. Not outside, but inside. See, personal growth isn't a slogan, it's structure. It's the patience to reflect, the humility to admit where you fall short, and the discipline to change your patterns. Because until you work on your temperament, your mindset, your emotional control, you'll keep repeating the same experiences, even with different people. The truth is, your circle doesn't define you. Your state of mind does. You attract what you're ready for. And if you want people who are focused, kind, and authentic, you must first become that yourself. So yes, finding the right people matters. But the process starts by refining the one person you live with every second of your life yourself. Because when you start showing up with clarity, self-respect, and purpose, the right people don't just appear. They gravitate towards you. And when they do, you'll realize you were never waiting to meet them. You were simply preparing to recognize them. Building inner strength and communication power. We often talk about fitness. People join gyms, lift weights, track their progress. But there's another gym most of us forget to visit. The inner one. That quiet, invisible place where your mindset, temperament, and character get tested every single day. Because here's the truth. Your personality, your temperament, your mindset, they're muscles. And every conversation, every setback, every moment of pressure is an exercise. Think about it. When someone misunderstands you, that's a test of your temperament. Do you react to be right or respond to stay real? When you're surrounded by noise and your mind wants to panic, that's a test of your clarity. Can you stay calm long enough to find what truly matters? And when life throws pressure at you, deadlines, criticism, uncertainty, that's a test of your discipline. Can you hold your focus, not just for a moment, but for the moments that count most? See, every day you're lifting invisible weights. When you choose patience over anger, you just trained your emotional endurance. When you choose to listen, really listen, without interrupting, you trained your empathy. When you speak honestly, even when it costs you something, you trained your integrity. And when you decide to keep showing up, when it would have been easier to give up, you trained your resilience. These are your inner reps. They don't show up in the mirror, but they change the way the world responds to you. The irony is, we often chase external power, money, recognition, validation. But the world doesn't move because you push it harder. It moves because you became stronger, Growth isn't loud. It's the quiet rebuilding of who you are when no one's watching. And here's something people often overlook: growth is attractive. Not in the superficial sense, but in a way that draws the right people, the right energy, the right opportunities toward you. Because when you develop patience, people trust you. When you practice clarity, people follow you. When you act with integrity, people believe you. That's communication power. It's not just how you talk. It's what your presence communicates before you say a word. Let's be honest. Life will always apply pressure. The deadlines, the disappointments, the delays, they're not going away. But what if pressure wasn't your enemy? What if it's preparation? Pressure is what strengthens metal. Friction is what polishes a diamond. And resistance is what makes a muscle grow. Every challenge you face is not punishment. It's practice. You're not being tested to prove your worth. You're being trained to see it. So, when the next argument comes, when the next rejection hits, when you feel tired of being misunderstood or overlooked, pause. Don't just react. Ask yourself, what muscle is life trying to train in me right now? Maybe it's patience. Maybe it's courage. Maybe it's restraint. Maybe it's the ability to stay kind in a world that's quick to judge. Every day gives you a chance to build inner strength and communication power. Not by talking louder, but by listening deeper. Not by demanding control, but by mastering yourself. And one day, you'll notice something shift. The world starts to meet you differently. Not because it changed, but because you did. So treat every interaction as a workout for your soul. Train your patience. Strengthen your clarity. Protect your integrity like oxygen. Because when your inner world becomes strong and balanced, no outer pressure can break you. And when you walk into a room with that kind of peace, you don't need to chase opportunity. It recognizes you. Life doesn't reward noise. It rewards readiness. You can call it luck, timing, or divine alignment. But it's really just preparation meeting opportunity. People often look at success stories and think they were in the right place at the right time. But the truth is, the right time comes for everyone. The question is, will you be the right person when it does? When you commit to becoming better? Not once, but constantly, something powerful happens. You stop chasing success like it's running away from you. You start attracting it because your energy, your discipline, your clarity, they begin to pull the right things toward you. See, the world doesn't belong to the loudest voice in the room. It belongs to the most developed mind. The one who thinks before reacting, who prepares before performing, who refines before revealing. Because loudness fades, but depth lasts. Every time you learn, you're shaping your destiny. Every time you reflect instead of blame, every time you rise instead of resent, you're rewriting the story of who you are. It's not glamorous work. No one claps for patience, or for restraint, or for the hours you spend improving quietly when no one's watching. But that's the soil real success grows from. The deeper your roots, the stronger your reach. Think of your mind as a well-trained instrument. When it's tuned, everything you do begins to sound right. Opportunities feel natural. People respond differently. You stop forcing outcomes and start flowing with them. That's not luck. That's alignment. That's a steady spirit meeting a moving world. And this is where confidence truly begins. Not in comparison, not in applause, but in certainty. The certainty that you are working on yourself every single day. You read, you observe, you reflect, you grow, and suddenly, the world that once seemed out of reach starts feeling like it's been waiting for you all along. So don't just aim to be successful. Aim to be ready. Ready for the doors when they open, ready for the wait when it's given, ready for the calling when it arrives. Because the truth is simply, when you invest in becoming a better human being, you stop chasing success, you begin to attract it. And when you do, you realize the world was never closed off. It was simply waiting for someone developed enough to claim their place. So let this be your quiet promise to yourself. Keep learning. Keep refining. Keep building that inner strength. Because the world doesn't belong to those who shout the loudest. It belongs to those who've done the work within. And when you do that work, you won't have to ask for your place in the world. You'll own it.